What's up, everybody? Wanted to show you my new 2024 setup for my Old Town PDL120. I've done some changes, done a few upgrades, changed a few things around since last season. But I'm going to show you how I'm going to be running it and doing it this season. Kind of go over some things. Do a little quick walk around here, and then we'll kind of get into it. All right, first of all, we'll start off with the trailer. If you've seen some of my videos I did last year, you know I had a utility trailer that I converted into a kayak hauler. Well, this year I've got me a 14-foot, it's actually a John boat trailer that I've set up to haul this kayak, and so far it's worked out great. I was able to, let me crawl under here and show you. I was able to adjust the bunk boards. See if you can get the video there. Able to adjust the bunk boards so they fit in the grooves of the kayak. You can kind of see there, lengthwise. So it fits in there really well. It's got the rubber covering on it. It would be fine with carpet, but I got the rubber covered. Bunk boards are a little bit slicker. It slides on it pretty easy. I'm able to actually float it on and off the trailer, which saves your back some. That works out really well. And I'm also able to go down the road, travel down the road with the prop down and able to keep this in and locked in when I'm traveling down the road. So that's kind of a plus too. All right, the trailer. What I do, I take a dirt bike strap, goes on a handlebar, and I just run it through there and run it to the ratchet there to pull it up on the trailer. And then I put a couple eye bolts through there, and I run these ratchet straps, they're cargo buckles, to tighten them up so I can do it really fast. They release and lock up really fast at the ramp. So they work great. Got those off of Amazon, I believe. All right, now to the rest of the setup. Up front, under here is where I have my battery, and I'll show you what kind of battery I run. I got a little compartment I put in there with some Velcro, and I just run a little Aqua battery. See, the Velcro comes right out, and I just run a little Aqua battery. Put a little hole in it, a little grommet, run it right through. It sits right in there. Never had a minute of trouble with it coming loose, coming out on the water, traveling, trailering, anything. And I can just charge it, plug the charger in there. Okay. Also got, your other storage in there. All right, coming back here, something I've added this season are these Yak Hobby seat risers. These are the largest, I believe it's the largest one Yak Hobby makes. Seat risers, I put them in the front and the rear. And these things are wonderful. I mean, they really give you some height, and it makes it easier for you to stand up and sit down here, especially if you're getting a little bit older or whatever, or have some sort of injuries or something like that. That really helps out a lot, and just your all-day comfort when you're fishing, it really helps out a lot. So those are the Yak Hobby seat risers. They went on really easy. You just pull your regular seat rails off, 3 screws, put those in, screw that back down to it, and it's ready to rock and roll. Same thing in the back there. You just fasten them to the bottom of your seat in the back, and your straps hold it down. So those work really, really well. Okay, inside my compartment here, I keep my remote for my Bixby motor, which I'll show you that in a little bit. I keep a little first aid kit and some gloves in case you get a hold of something out there you don't want to have to deal with bare hands. All right. Okay, moving on back, my vest that I use. Right now I'm just using an Ascend vest. One of the reasons I like it, it was one of the few ones that's big enough for me to be able to stick my phone in the side pouch there, and I'm able to tether it to it so I can take a picture on the catch board of the fish, so when I'm in tournaments and stuff like that, the online tournaments with that, so that works out really, really well. Pretty comfortable vest. Of course, attached to it, you got your whistle, your line cutters, anything else you want attached to that. Let's set this out of the way. All right, also going with the seat here, got a kayak cushion. You hear these things are extremely comfortable, and I have this cushion right here that I had picked up at Walmart. If you watched any of my old videos, you see me using it, and this thing works excellent too. So what I do now is put it on my back and that on my butt. So try to get all those pain areas covered there. That works really well. Moving on to the back, my catch board. I mounted this holder there. It's a paddle holder. Mounted it on that. My catch board slides, snaps right in there. Sits perfectly out of the way. Never have a minute of trouble with that. Of course, I've got the larger box here. Have all my stuff in here. I keep my soft plastics in this bag so I can just go through them. Got other tackle in there. This little container. A lot of times I get my pliers or something and stick them out. I may stick them over there in a holder. Got my knife and fish grips, of course gloves, that kind of thing up here. This box works really well. This box is a little pricey for what it is. I was using a cooler, an Engel cooler as my box back here, and it worked well too. It worked well also. This is nice as far as having the rod holders and everything on it. Works good. I would say I have to recommend it. Like I say, it's a little bit pricey though, but it does work. It does work well. All right, my rods and reels that I use, guys, I try to keep fishing simple, and the rod and reel I use more than any is this right here. It's a Shimano Nazi, and it's the 3000 series. I've got two of these, and I use them probably 85% of the time when I'm out fishing. Just keeping it simple. And it's on, I got them on actual GLF 7-foot rod. And those work, cover everything. And yes, I bass fish with those. I've caught many bass with these two rod and reels right here. I've also got a Lew's reel here. This is for skipping under docks. It works well, it's nice, but once again, I'm just as impressed with my Shimano Nazis that I use. These are definitely my go-tos. Also got a Cast King over there that I'll throw out, do some topwater bait, stuff like that, spinner bait, that kind of thing with that Cast King. It works well also. It's I believe it's the Mega Jaws. It's one of the Jaws. Yeah, the Mega Jaws series with that. Okay, moving on around toward the back. This thing right here is the battery for my Bixby motor. Now I've just added this motor on it the past couple months, and the motor works well. It does. You're not going to be out there towing skiers or wakeboarders with it. It's not going to give you that kind of oomph, which obviously I know you wouldn't expect to do that with it anyway, but it's good for getting you to a fishing spot, and once you get there, pull the motor up out of the water, cut it off, and then go to your pedals. But it's great for getting you to a spot, or even better than that, at the end of the day, getting you back when you're a little bit wore out and tired from fishing all day. So this is the battery for that. It's a nice, convenient battery to carry, charge up, all that. It's light, very lightweight. See, I can two-finger it there. very lightweight. That's just your kill switch there that you attach to yourself so your boat don't leave you if you fall out of it. The only thing I don't like about this Bixby is the connection point over here. Instead of it just being a screw in and tighten up connection point, it does some kind of twist lock thing, and it can be a pain in the tail to twist lock that, but it is a tight, secure connection and it hasn't given me any problems. I've got the mount that well, it didn't come with the Bixby, but I got this mount that goes back here where the power pole normally fits on the Old Town Sportsman. It's already cut out to fit. Comes with the bolts and everything, and you just screw it in on there, run your cables, and that's your Bixby motor there. And the way I have it right now, you can see the cable comes up, I run it through there, comes around, and I hook it on this seat piece right here, and that's how you lower it. So you raise and lower the motor. Get that out of the way. Raise and lower the motor. If you run your cord through this twice like that, there's some math that takes effect with it, and it makes it give it more power to pull it up and loose from that clip right there. If you run it just straight through it, it does not want to pull out as easy as if you run it through there twice like that. But that's how I run my Bixby motor. It's a nice addition. Of course, we got the Yak Attack flag with the light on top of it for safety, so nobody don't run over you out there in a boat flying around. Got the net. I recommend you use one of these rubber or non-cloth nets anytime you're fishing. If not, you're going to get your hooks caught in it and you're just going to have a mess with that, trying to get the fish and the hooks out of the net. Got a paddle. Always take a paddle with you. I had a nice orange matching bending branches paddle, but I did not connect this one time, the safety strap. So my paddle is either at the bottom of a lake or with someone else now. It left me. So this is an old paddle I've got put on there. This is my Garmin 93 SV. I've done some other videos on the mounts and all that. How I have it on a Navarre kayak handle right here with a ram mount, and it goes up there, and then I've got my wires that come in through over here. They run down the side of the kayak and go to that Aqua battery that I showed you earlier, and the wires come up under here and go into the back right there. Now my transducer on this, I've used a couple different ones, and this is my favorite one thus far. Let me crawl back under here, show you. See if you can see it. There's that one right there. It's a Yak hobby. Let me crawl around under here. Things I do for you guys. Just hit that subscribe button for me. There it is. It's the Garmin GT Yak Hop by Yak Hobby. Right there. And what it does, it mounts under here and it gives you a little bit of a drop down so you can get your side view and everything going well, which is, your side view actually is going to work down and out anyway, but it gives you some good enough clearance around this. And it gives you enough to where it's pushed up enough to where this protects your transducer, so you're not raking it on the bottom. You can see it falls below that line. So that works really well. Really impressed with that. All right, let me get up here. All right, I've also got cup holder, rod holder right here. Those work really well. I use this for throwing lures and different stuff like that in more than anything. Rod holder is always good to have to stick in there when you're unhooking a fish or something like that, so works really well. But that's kind of my 2024 setup in a nutshell. If any of you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. Like always, I try to reply as soon as I can with it. And that's kind of where we are right now. I plan on making some more videos. I got some new and exciting stuff come up. I've got access to some more baits and some different things that I'm going to be able to do videos on than I would normally be able to. So anyway, if you don't mind, give me a little like and subscribe on the video, and I will catch you later.